Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're in that original filming spot, our favorite parking lot since day one here on Raiti's Rides for a very special reason, and it's all about trucks. And this is one heck of a truck. This is the redesigned 2021 Ford F-150. This particular one is a Lariat trim, but before we get into that top-selling full-size truck from Ford, let's talk about what's going on here. Ford, they've been doing the business in the truck industry for so many years, and there was once upon a time where trucks were just used for work. Well, boy oh boy, things are so different now, because when you look at the interior space of a Ford pickup truck, they really have upped the ante when it comes to amenities. Now, with Ford being that top-selling F-150 full-size truck, I want to take a moment to compare this new for 2021 F-150 against an upcoming truck that's new for 2022 model year, that Toyota Tundra. And the Tundra is such an important truck because that really was the first full-size truck from a Japanese automaker. Some changes on the Tundra have some people mighty upset, but what I want to do is I want to focus on this F-150 Lariat and see how it stacks up against the Tundra and of course the rest of the full-size trucks in this segment. So let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out, is the F-150 still the truck to get over the new Tundra? Let's go ahead and dive in. Right off the bat, the styling. So new for 2021, we have some refreshing going on, some changing up going on at the front of the business. All new headlight design. I know a lot of people were saying that this looks like something from GMC, but I really think that it's grown on me since they first introduced it. You're gonna, of course, have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, looking really slick, the way everything kind of flows nicely into the grille. Now, on our Lariat trim, as you kind of drop down, you are gonna get LED fog lamps. Love the way the exterior lighting drops all the way from the top housing into this lower housing, and we have that traditional style of a chrome bumper at the front. Now, as we come across the center grille of a Lariat trim, what do we have? We have more shiny chrome finish, horizontal bars. You, of course, have that famous blue oval, the Ford blue oval with a forward-facing camera, and I think that the way that they did the chrome finish around the exterior really blends in nicely. Other than that, you have some flat black and some silver finish on these different design elements. Full functional with aero shutters, and then as we work our way down, I am gonna have to zonk this center area. This is non-functional, but you do have the tow hooks at the front of the business. If a Tundra, new Tundra gets stuck, you could pull that Tundra out of the mud. Now, when we stare at the front of this truck, this definitely has more of that traditional appearance. The new Tundra, no matter which trim that you go with, whether it's limited, platinum, or even the TRD Pro, has more of an open grille, massive open grille design from top to bottom. So I think many of you, and let me know what you think in the comment section, do you like that more traditional truck look on this F-150? Now, when we get up onto the hood, I love this quartz finish. This gray quartz finish really has a nice metallic to it. You can see the rays in the center of the hood and the nice valleys on both sides. And underneath that hood, guess what? We have V8 power with this particular F-150. Ford brings you so many different power plants, so many different ways to option it. When we compare it to the Toyota, we'll talk more about that when we pop this hood. But I do love the style of the Ford hood. When we come around the bend, what are we working with? I hope you're wearing your shades because the future is super bright with these chrome finish wheels. So you're gonna have this multi-spoke design, nice hand-polished chrome look finish to them. I really think it pops nicely. Normally, I'm not a big shiny chrome finish kind of guy, but it's really working with the quartz finish on our particular Lariat. You got massive ventilated rotors. I'm also digging the raised white letters. These Pirelli Scorpion ATR tires with the raised white letters really gives it a nice classic look with the new finish. That massive caliper gonna clamp down on the rotor. And another great bit of news is there's no flat black plastic around the fender treatment. All nice painted, and you can see just like on the hood, that nice pressed in body line gives it muscular feel to it. Now, as we come down the side, I think it's so smart the way that Ford puts their badging very tasteful into this functional fender vent, lariat trim, F-150. If you're wondering, well, Joe, why do we have an antenna? Why is there still a standard antenna instead of a shark fin antenna? The reason why is Ford did a bunch of sit downs with their customers. A lot of customers still like to listen to AM radio. The best way to get reception on an AM radio is with the good old-fashioned antenna rather than a shark fin antenna. So just a little bit of background on that. And of course you could unscrew this if you don't want to have that antenna waggling around like a dog tail. Now, lariat trim, we have more of that shiny chrome finish on our mirrors, and they are electric folding, which is really nice. You have your LED turn signal lights. We have 360-degree cameras, stationary, rigid running boards with the Ford name stamped in there, and of course a little bit more chrome finish. They definitely took the chrome finish very tasteful. It's not like they just dumped a bucket of chrome finish all over the place. So you have it on the door handles, you have it on the lower portion of the window trim. Everything else though, nice and sparkly metallic. Working our way towards the rear, I'm gonna have Lori kind of show off that rear suspension. Obviously body on frame construction. You could even see the differential back there if you look very, very closely in that massive muffler. Speaking of muffler, on the lariat trim, you're gonna get, yes, a chrome finished tip. Nice, tasteful out the side. We have the 4x4 set up on this bad boy. And then coming around the tail end of the business, you got that all new tailgate with the Ford badging, F-150. I like the way they just stamped it right in there, nice and solid. Dropping it on down, dropping it like it's hot. You have all your connectivity nice and high out of the mud in the upper portion of the rear bumper. Of course, we have all of our tow capability, the chrome finish on the bumpers, and then watch this. 1, 2, 3. You hear the sirens? There's a fire sale going on right now at Ford dealerships. So that's the crazy news about that. But our all new tailgate. So with that tailgate, you have the workstation. You got a little place where you can put your phone. You want to see me prove it? Boom. I put my phone there. You can put it this way. Look at that. I can put it that way. Look at that. I can put it that way. So you have that nice workstation with all your measurements. Now how we're talking about 12 inches, here's your 12 inches right here. So when we're talking about the infotainment system, this one does have a 12-inch infotainment system. There's your 12 inches. You can measure it out right at the back of your truck. And then when you're ready to get into the bed, I love the step system. Very, very usable. I like this more than the GMC and the Chevrolet, the new Chevrolet folding tailgate, because it keeps the tailgate rigid, but it allows you to get in and out very easily. And why don't you come on in? I would just want to show you some of the features. So on the passenger side, I'm creating a big shadow for Lori to have to work around. On the driver's side, we have our full plug-in capability with LED lighting, and you do have your tow down locations, your tow locations and tie down setup. I'm gonna jump out the back real quick. And then here's more of that LED lighting. There's those tie down locations. You have them at the front, you have them at the back. We got the bed liner, really, really nice. And then of course, when you go to put away the step, you just follow the directions. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering our F-150. All right guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Of course, the big talk of the town is that power boost setup from Ford on the F-150, where you have the hybrid and the generator. But you know what? There's something about good old naturally aspirated V8 power, and the days are numbered, guys. So if you want your full-size truck with a V8, those days are going to be getting numbered very quickly here. But that's what we have underneath the hood. No plastic cover. You just see that black intake plenum with the runners right up top there. And what are we looking at? We're looking at a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 for 2021. You're gonna get 5 extra horsepower. That's gonna give us a nice, sweet 400 horsepower, more torque, 410 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds, quarter mile in about 14.3 seconds. The truck weighs 5,687 pounds in 4x4 setup. MPGs, 16 in the city, 22 on the highway. Towing capacity around 11,600 pounds. Payload capacity around 2,000 pounds. Now, of course, If we're comparing this to the Tundra, the big talk right now with the Tundra is that there's no more V8 engine. You only have an option of a twin turbo V6 or a twin turbo V6 with a hybrid setup on it. But let's go ahead, let's fire up this V8, and I want to know what you think in that comment section, which way you would go with your truck. All right, guys, we're inside this 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat with the V8 underneath the hood. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I've been looking for a full-size truck, a new full-size truck. You are so right. Trucks have changed so greatly, even over the past few years. How much is this F-150 with the V8? The way that this one is optioned, and it's got a lot of goodies on the inside, so just wait for that. But if you're wondering how much is this one option, MSRP $69,000. Let's see what you get for the money to the all-new door panels. Love the style. You're going to get that wood style trim, little bit of chrome finish there, and then I'm really digging the neoprene material at the top. It's soft, it's easy to clean, and it's something different. Then you're going to get a nice long, large armrest that's also soft to the touch with some more white contrast stitching. We have the Ford official Twinkie tray in the center, 2 Twinkies, maybe 3 on a good day, and we have the optional B&O sound system, nice aluminum style speaker grill cover, and that massive door pocket down there. You'll easily be able to put a foot-long meatball sub in one side of it, a 6-inch cold cut combo, and 2 drinks. And that's just for one door panel, and we got 3 others to look at. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, you got a nice oh crap panel for your passenger to pull themselves in, or when things are getting a little rough and crazy in the V8 powered Lariat. More of that neoprene material, nice and soft. Love this, almost looks like a steel finish here. Very, very classy, especially the way Ford advertises, built Ford tough. This makes it look like it's built Ford tough. Open up the door, that's where you could put your baker's dozen of Twinkies in there. If you can't fit them in the Twinkie pocket and you got too many, put a baker's dozen in there. More nice finish. I love the changes that they made with the finishes. Open up door number 1. We got a 12 volt. Don't stick your Twinkie in it. That's going to hurt. Close that door. Open up the second door. We got home power source. Plug it right in. Charge your laptop. And then here we got all new, besides the B&O center speaker up top, and a nice little place to put some Three Musketeers. You put them out in the sun, they get nice and warm and soft, almost tastes like a s'more. But what's really great is you're getting some more, see what I did there? Some more infotainment system. We got the optional new infotainment system. It's Sync 4, 12-inch screen, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, navigation, of course, you can see on the screen. You want cameras? There we are out the front. You got your 360-degree cam. Put it right back, real easy. Touch screen, you could pull up your Sirius XM. We then could put the navigation back. Very, very intuitive. Let me show you some of the cool features. Truck features, zone lighting. So when you go to that campsite and it's pitch black and you don't want to get bit by a black widow spider, boom, turn on all your zones. You could go all the way around. You could turn on certain ones. Say you just want to turn on one over here, let your passenger fend for themselves. Just turn on your lights, or you could put them all on in one shot. Love that feature. Shut them off. Boom, boom. Next we have, how about when we go with towing capability? Check it out. You got your checklist. If you're new to towing, it's a step-by-step process where they show you what you need to do so that the trailer doesn't come unhitched and goes rolling down the highway and you wind up hurting somebody. Onboard scales. Check it out. You got an actual scale in the bed of the truck. Weigh it up, and then look what you could do with the taillights. You actually can use it as a visual reference to how much weight you're putting in the back so that you don't have to come look inside every time. It actually will light up as you put more and more weight in the bed of the truck. That's new smart technology. Absolutely love it. And then to take you right back to home, that's where you're at. I'm gonna throw it into reverse real quick. Nice clear resolution, really made some big improvements there. Weight your trajectory, put it back in the park, easy peasy. Like I said, lemon squeezy. You got your Pro Trailer Assist. We got our start stop button, easy to get to. Actual knobs, which are nice. Volume, tuning. You got dual climate, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and ventilated seats. Thank you, Ford, on this Lariat trim. Look at the finishes. You got that no slip grip with some more of that wood style finish. Open up the door. What do we got? We got USB-C. We got USB. The only zonk is no wireless charging. But you got a massive area where you could pour a 2-pound bag of Skittles right into this area and then close it up so nobody knows that you are addicted to Skittles. We got a Slim Jim holder, 2 cup holders. Here is your Ford key fob, your traditional Ford key fob, looking good still. It's got all the functions on the back, especially remote start is nice. And then this is all new. Now you can't do this while you're driving. I can only show you since we're in park. So don't think that you could accidentally fold it down, but we have our folding shifter. And if you're wondering, well, what the heck is the point of that? We have the workstation. 1, 2, 3, Alakazam. Boom. You could type, you could get a knife and get a steak, and you could have your steak dinner in here while you're working. Maybe you got kicked out of the house and you need a table. This is your table while you're kicked out of the house. Hopefully you'll make your way back very, very soon. We got a banana holder on each side. It actually will hold 2 official Chiquita bananas. They gotta be Chiquita, but you could put the 2 bananas there, and then you ready for this? Do you like balls? Boom. You could easily put your soccer ball that was signed by Pele, put that in there. You got USBs on top of it, and you got this great tray for some pretzels. Maybe do some pretzel sticks. You could do pretzel rods, or your traditional style pretzel. Keep that high, away from your soccer ball. And then the seats. Love the material. The piping just makes the seat come alive. 10-way adjustable seats for the passenger, electric of course, and the driver. The one thing I know you're probably gonna be missing in here, no sunroof, no panoramic sunroof. And at $69,000, I was expecting there to be a little light shining down on me, but there's not. But why don't you come over to the business end? I wanna show you behind the wheel in this new F-150. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 3 memory seat settings. Like I said, 10-way adjustable seat, and you have those electric moving pedals as well for the brake and the throttle. Easy to get to those seat controls. I like the way they brought a little bit of shiny finish, bringing it from the outside to the inside. Seats are comfy. I'm 6 feet tall. I got plenty of room in here. Good and plenty, that is. Leather wrapped around the steering wheel. My one zonk about what's in front of me is this horn button. I wish they would do something just a little bit more stylish, maybe some stitching or something, but I do like this gray finish on the bottom, flat black on all the buttons as well, which means you're not gonna get fingerprints all over the place. But what I do love is that 12-inch digital display for the instrumentation. Now, just like the Tundra, you're gonna get a 12-inch digital display. Where the Tundra has a little bit more room is in the infotainment, but if you notice, look at the way we got the different modes. It's like playing Gran Turismo Truck Edition. Really, really clear graphics. And I like the way, watch, when we're in Bon Jovi mode, it does the 4x4 and then the gauges stay that color. Really, really cool. You know which way we're gonna be going on Raity's Rides, right? We're gonna be staying to that whole sport mode. That's what I like to see, but I love the way the gauges change, all the readouts at the top, electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and then there's little Easter eggs like the American flag to greet you every day. Top selling truck here in the United States. But why don't we go ahead? It's not just about the front passengers. Let's get to the rear and see how your crew is gonna like this F-150 Lariat. All right guys, backseat time. Now one thing I wanna point out is on that passenger door panel, look at how many more cubby areas there are for the snacks. So you could get those king size candy bars in the center. You could get your own Subway sandwich for the back bottom door pocket. And then I like up top how there's that cup holder all the way at the top so that people don't have to bend over to reach for the drinks, especially kids. But as we come inside, I wanted to just showcase how both halves of the seat here fold up. So the larger portion, it's a 60-40 split, really allows you to get larger objects, those 50-gallon drums of mayonnaise and ketchup that people like to buy from Costco. Once you fill up the bed, you could bring in a couple extra drums into the back, and then it folds down very easily. Backs of the seats, nice soft material. Look how massive that is. You could easily put 2 pineapples, whole size, from Hawaii in the back pocket. We got our little command center with cup holders, rear AC, heated seats, no ventilated seats, but you do get a 12 volt. Don't put your pineapple in there. Ouch. USB-C up top, USB, and a home power source. So they got you covered connectivity-wise. I got my own pocket here for my own pineapples. 6 feet tall, never felt better sitting in the back of a pickup truck, that's for sure. Armrest, yes, of course. Nice material. They almost got a zonk. If this was just a little less real estate for your arm, it would have been a zonk, but there's just enough for your arm and 2 drinks. One thing that this doesn't have that the Tundra does is that power dropping rear glass, but we do have a power sliding rear glass. So this center section slides, not as great as just dropping that whole glass all the way down, but that is a difference between the F-150 and the Tundra. But why don't we go ahead, enough of this chit chat about the inside, let's go take this V8 powered F-150 for an on-throttle spin. All right, guys, we're inside this 2021 changed up F-150 Lariat. We have the V8 power, and it's interesting because once upon a time, that's what you would just expect from a truck, is that you're gonna have a naturally aspirated V8 engine. But in today's day and age, especially with the F-150, so many different ways you could option this, from a small size EcoBoost to the larger EcoBoost to the Power Boost now with the hybrid setup. But let's do some on throttle with the 10-speed. On throttle, here we go, drops down, yeah. Hear that V8 roar. Really, really nice to have that linear torque delivery. Such simplicity underneath the hood. You're not waiting for turbos to spool up or anything like that. You just get up and go. Less parts underneath the hood, of course, as well, when you have the simplicity of a naturally aspirated engine. And remember, the days are numbered for this type of power plant. Comparing this to the Tundra, you can't get a V8 anymore in the Tundra, but you could still get it with this F-150. Now, they really have elevated the game. Just when you thought that the F-150, when it comes to amenities and comfort on the inside of things, couldn't get any better, definitely raised the bar just a little bit further. With the new infotainment system, with the new digital gauge cluster, the seats are comfy, heated and ventilated in this Lariat trim. And then, of course, all the other technology that we've showcased in this review makes this really a truck that's a pleasure to drive. But pulling out, I have it in sport mode, and it's good sensitivity with the throttle, and that's what's gonna happen. When you go into sport mode, it's gonna adjust the steering, it's gonna adjust the throttle sensitivity, and I like the way there's many different modes for whatever you wanna do with this truck. And that's really the difference with trucks today than compared to the past, is you could use your truck for just about anything. Now, getting to everything on the inside is well within arm's reach. And I don't know about you, but really, really thoughtful engineering when it comes to that workstation that Ford brought to the F-150. That's something that no other truck company is doing currently right now. So really, really big difference with the F-150 for 2021. All right, guys, like I was saying, using your truck for work, using your truck for play, many different ways to use your truck. But we're gonna get it out onto the highway to really just show all of the great work that they've done into the suspension, into the chassis setup, and definitely just things like sound deadening material. I mean, it's really, really quiet, even with the large side mirrors, really, really quiet in here. And the ride is comfortable. Don't think that with 20-inch wheels that it's gonna be a really stiff ride. It's not like that in this F-150. Good steering feel. And then, of course, visibility. You got easy visibility out the rear glass. Side mirrors are great, and they look stylish, which is nice as well. It's one thing to have a large mirror. It's another thing to have a large mirror, but also one that looks tasteful as well. But I'm gonna get on the brakes a little bit here. Nobody behind us, so it's A-okay. And we're gonna do another on throttle because we got V8 power. Are you ready? I'm ready. On throttle, yeah! Nice. Nothing like 8 cylinders firing off. Look at that. That 10 speed gets us up to speed very, very quickly. Very confident. Love the visual reference points out the windshield. And you can hear how the sport mode holds on to that gear. Just holds on to it so that when you're ready, on throttle, here we go. It goes right back. Just drops down a little bit, we're off and running. So you're really gonna be able to get that nice flexibility with power, with gearing, with towing, with hauling, the whole 9 yards. But hopefully this gave you a good overall feel. There's my hand so you know where I'm at this whole time. A whole overall feel of what this F-150 V8 powered Lariat is all about. We're gonna get back to where it all started, but before we do, we're gonna go on throttle. Here we go, on throttle, yeah! I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day with this F-150. Some great changes for 2021. I definitely got to thank Rhonda and the rest of the Ford team for allowing Raity's Rides access to this press fleet vehicle. It just goes to show that if you want some new technology, but you still want to have that naturally aspirated heartbeat underneath the hood, you could do it with this F-150 Lariat with the V8 option. Let me know which way you would think to go. Are you going to go V8? Are you going to go Tundra? Are you going to go power boost with a Ford F-150? I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raity's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the power boost behind that camera. Lori working it like a champ. She's boosted up. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. Show us some love in that comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.